You ever notice how when people try to get better skin, they all kind of go for the same stuff? Retinol serums, collagen drinks, lasers at the dermatology clinic. And yeah, a lot of us even spend a good chunk of money on injections and fancy facials. But real talk, have you ever found yourself wondering, why doesn't it really seem to make a lasting difference? Here's why that happens. The real problem isn't on the surface. It's happening underneath at the cellular level. And that's what we're diving into today. The root causes of aging that don't get enough attention. Things like chronic inflammation, breakdown of collagen, weakened skin barriers, and slow cell turnover. But here's the best part. Tackling those issues, it doesn't have to drain your wallet. These are simple everyday habits you can start right at home. This isn't just about making your skin look better. So stay with me till the end. If you're done with temporary fixes and want something that truly works, this is exactly where you want to be. Alright, first things first, let's talk about exercise. I know. You probably thought I was gonna start with collagen creams or fancy skincare products, right? So yeah, maybe it sounds a little out of the blue. When people say working out helps your skin, most of us just assume it's because you're sweating out the junk in your system or something. But it's way more powerful than that. I'm talking about real, visible changes beneath the surface, like your skin's actual structure start to shift. Just 30 minutes, 3 times a week, that's all. There's a study from McMaster University in Canada where they took 29 adults over the age of 40 and split them into 2 groups. One group stuck with their usual routines, while the other did aerobic workouts for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, for 12 weeks. So around 3 months, when researchers examined their skin tissues afterwards, what they found was seriously impressive. Some participants over 65 showed skin changes that resembled people in their mid-30s. Their dermis layers has thickened, collagen became denser, and the fiber structure was tighter, more organized, almost like a younger version of itself. And these weren't just vague observations. According to the numbers, dermal thickness increased by 7%, collagen density jumped by over 25%. This was all published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology and is a pretty well-known reference in skin science circles. To give you some perspective, that level of collagen improvement, it's pretty much on par with getting 3 sessions of a $2,000 lifting laser treatment at a clinic. Yeah, just from moving your body. When you work out, your body boosts its growth hormone production. Growth hormones then tells your liver to release insulin like growth factor 1, and that guy sends a signal to your fibroblasts. Those are the cells that handle skin repair. And when fibroblasts get that green light, they start producing all the good stuff like collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. Everything your skin needs to bounce back to glow. That's why I always say just commit to 30 minutes. I know working out can feel like a task, even the word sounds exhausting. So here's what I did. I just started moving more. I take the stairs instead of the elevator, get off the subway a stop early and walk the rest. Small stuff, but it adds up fast. Quick heads up though, don't forget your sunscreen. UV rays are one of the worst things for your skin, especially when it's already trying to recover. And if you're sweating during workouts, wash it off right after. Letting that sit on your face is not a good idea. So yeah, keep that SPF close and shower after the session. Now let's move on to the second big one, fasting. When you hear fasting, what's the first thing that pops up into your head? Probably weight loss, right? And yeah, fasting is great for shedding body fat and managing your weight. But the real magic isn't in losing weight, it's in resetting your cells. And that reset is directly tied to slowing down aging. So here's what happens. When you go without food for a certain amount of time, your body switches gears. It's like, okay, we're not in a normal state. Time to activate Plan B. And what kicks in next? That's where it gets interesting. Harvard's Dr. David Sinclair talks about this a lot. When you enter a fasted state, an enzyme called AMPK gets activated. You can think of AMPK as the cell's energy regulator. It basically says, hey, energy's low, let's conserve and clean the house. This sets off a process called autophagy, where your body starts breaking down and recycling old proteins, toxins, and cellular junk. At the same time, proteins like sirtuins jump into action. Sirtuins are like the repair crew. They fix DNA damage, reduce inflammation, and help your cells live longer. And here's the cool part for your skin. Search winds also suppress enzymes like MMP1, which break down collagen. In other words, they help keep wrinkles away. There's a reason a lot of old Korean actresses swear by fasting as one of their beauty secrets. Now, this isn't just theory. One US study found that after 8 weeks of daily 16-hour fasts, participants showed improved skin hydration and a significant drop in inflammation markers. Because fasting produces ketones, which are proven to lower oxidative stress and trigger anti-inflammatory responses in skin cells. So no, you're not just skipping meals, your cells are literally flipping into self-renewal mode. That said, I'm not telling you to stop eating altogether. You can get amazing benefits just by following a simple 16 to 8 intermittent fasting routine, 16 hours of fasting, water or electrolyte drinks only, and an 8-hour window for nutrient-rich, skin-loving meals for healthy skin focused on food high in protein, omega-3s, and vitamin A, C, and E. Don't worry, I've got a full video coming up with all the best skin-boosting food tips, so hit a like and subscribe so you don't miss it. One heads up though, in the beginning your skin might actually look a little worse. That's normal. You're cutting sugar, probably getting a little dehydrated, and flushing out toxins, all of which can cause breakouts or dullness at first. But most people notice their skin settles and improves after about 2 to 3 weeks. In fact, several studies mention that after this adjustment period, your skin's antioxidant levels go up and hydration improves noticeably. So before you go spend a fortune on wrinkle-reducing injections, maybe give your body a chance to reset from the inside out. Because this isn't about adding stuff to your skin. It's about helping your skin heal itself. Number 3 is contrast therapy. Alright, if you're someone whose skin reacts to just a tiny change in skincare, or if stress, lack of sleep, or even one night out shows up right on your face, and if those little breakouts take forever to calm down, this one's for you. Let's dive into the third tip, contrast therapy, also known as hot and cold exposure. If that sounds intense, don't worry, it's actually pretty simple. And if you're sensitive like I just described, doing this for just a month or two can lead to a noticeable shift in your skin. Now in Korea, this is nothing new. People go to the sauna all the time, and yeah, I used to bounce between the hot tub and cold bath like it was a part of the fun. Hot, cold, hot, cold. It felt like I was at a mountain stream in the middle of the summer. But turns out it wasn't just playtime, it was doing amazing things for my skin. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Our skin actually gets stronger when it's challenged by external stress. This is called adaptive stress response, and temperature extremes are one of the most effective triggers. Take the heat from a sauna, your body responds by widening blood vessels, boosting sweat, and trying to cool down. That response increases circulation to your skin, flushes out waste, and brings in a wave of oxygen-rich blood. Then when you jump into cold water, all those expanded vessels tighten up fast, giving your skin an instant lift. Repeat that cycle a few times, and you're not just refreshing your body. You're training your blood vessels to become more responsive and resilient. And it doesn't stop there. Your skin barrier, the outermost layer that locks in moisture and keeps irritants out, gets a boost too. The heat pulls out excessive moisture, and the cold causes your outer skin cells to contract and reorganize. That combo helps rebalance oil, reduce sensitivity, and strengthen your skin's overall defenses over time. In fact, a large study out of Finland found that people who use the saunas at least twice a week had fewer chronic skin conditions like eczema and dermatitis. All over, far fewer breakouts. It wasn't just surface level improvement. Their skin was better at handling internal and external stress. Like it literally adapted to become more resilient. Just goes to show, sometimes we need a little challenge to grow stronger. So how do you actually start? Here's a super simple way. Sit in a sauna for 10 to 15 minutes, follow it up with a cold shower for 30 to 60 seconds. Repeat that 2 to 3 times per session, and do it about 2 to 3 times a week. That's all it takes. Just don't shock your system right away. Start with lukewarm water, then gradually lower the temperature. Let your body ease into it, and your skin will thank you. Now the big question, can this really help with aging? Yes, absolutely, and here's why. Youthful skin isn't about how smooth it looks on the outside. It's about what's happening underneath. A strong barrier, healthy circulation, and low inflammation. Hot cold therapy checks all three. It's low cost, low effort, and totally doable from home. If you only treat the surface, that's where the change stops. But when you activate your skin from within, the surface always catches up. Exercise, fasting, contrast therapy, they all work because they wake up your skin at the cellular level. Put in a little effort constantly, and your skin will respond. I've seen it happen. If you want to learn more, I've got extra tips and links down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one with more ways to help your skin glow from the inside out.